back at the void, the OBS void, but we're gonna get out of here as soon as possible. Uh, we're back to working on the cam. So the big text file stuff. Last time we had our animation montage to our woozy ability. I'm gonna take a left turn. One of the mechanics of the game is that you're a detective and you can get clues. I think I can do it with gas, kind of. So maybe half of this can be thinking, and then we'll see if that'll all work out. Unreal Engine is loading, so it'll be another like 20 minutes, so we can talk about it. I need a second text file, maybe? I don't know. Let's try a second text file. Wait, do I? Does Bazite have like? Oh, my mouse is being bad. Does Bazite have like writing thing like a exhibit? Canoe. Let's canoe. Take forever. I'll take almost as long as Unreal Engine to load, but oh wow, why is this faster on this machine than on like my Windows computer? Anyways. Good enough. Oh, that's brighter than I thought. All right. Get pen. Like small-ish. Color is that gonna color? Yeah, it is. All right. So what we would like to do. So the idea that I'm having about this is when you do things in the game, you'll spawn. And it's a clue. Then it's going to be a clue. Clue. Oh my god. I usually don't do this on here. And then as people wander around, oh, of course, as people wander around, this is him walking around, having a wonderful time at our dinner party. The clue will enter the visible area of our players. You'll be able to see it. At this point, the clue should be doing something. Now, I was thinking it would be taking damage, but if it takes damage, it means that anytime any detective looks at it, it will tick it down. So, for example, one person could come by, look at the space where the clue is, do damage up to it, get no information from it, walk away, and the next guy will come over and finish it off, get all the information, despite the fact that he hasn't looked at it at all. So, in this case, I think it actually has to go this. It has to go the other way. You want to know? Let's get another color. I'll make it easier. So the clue is actually going to go this way towards our player, but only if it's in the player's view. So the weird problem with this is that it's not going to be, can't be damage. And it has to be something that's specific to this clue. So the clue could be stuff like things to ID the spawner. So like I said, when you do things, it's going to spawn this, and then it will be a clue that's there. So things that might happen there would be, let's say, hairs, cloth fibers. Footprints, especially if you have different kinds of shoes, that sort of thing. So that's one thing that these clues could spawn. Clues could also spawn. Let's make a different color. Could let you ID the MO. So this would be stuff like traces of poison, blood spatter, something like that. Because it's bugging me. Because my bad handwriting is bugging me. Oh no. I can't. Slayer, please. Game is a little bit too complex for this case. I'll have to find something for next time. Put down here that this is a clue. Huh? Oh, I'll do it. Clue. So, and the idea is at the end of the, unlike an Among Us game, instead of like saying, okay, let's vote, and then I'll spend 30 seconds to 2 minutes yelling at the top of my lungs and just bullying people into what I want them to do, you're gonna, one, you don't have to get anybody to vote. You can win on your own. So each detective could win on his own. And two, when you do go to win, you have to give enough evidence, enough of these hairs, cloth fibers, footprints, how they did it, and enough of these to properly guess what it is. So if you say, okay, I think I'm going to accuse so and so, you're going to have enough hair, cloth fibers, footprints, etc. And this is how he died. So that'll be easy because it'll be like, oh, he was poisoned. Okay, here's poison. I haven't figured out how to connect those two because I have a feeling I want people to be able to do some really wacky things. Oh, I almost forgot. There's another one. There's one more type of clue I wanted to do, which is going to be in orange. Which is ID motive. Motive could allow you to items dropped, suspect, and then also facts about the suspect. And these wouldn't be like always. This might be in like the person's room or on the person's person's room or on the person themselves. And that way you could say, well, okay, I can link these. Ooh, I can link these two together, right? So it's this person who did this way, and this person is a farmer and dropped dirt. Oh, that's a bad one. As a carpenter and dropped nails, that kind of thing. So that way you'll be able to like say it was this person. This is why I think it's this person. Maybe you don't need it. And here's how I think they died. And if you have enough of those, then you can make a successful accusation and win the game. So this clue is gonna be throwing different things at the player, but we don't want them to just be like a whole like giant set of classes. Um, so I was thinking about making this an item, an actor. We'll make this an what's our color for actual Unreal Engine components? Light blue's on Unreal app. Is here. So this is going to be an actor. It's going to apply gameplay. Oh, wait, oh, back in there. Get back in there. Good. And the gameplay effect is going to apply. The tags are going to be clues. And so we'll have to do a thing where we can somehow connect a clue with somebody else. But that's all another thing I'm going to cover another day because I'm really. This is all kind of like loosey goosey, vaguey waggy right now. This is more me thinking about stuff. Obviously, because I haven't gone back to Unreal Engine yet. So, here's Unreal Engine. Let's get a little bit of room so we can see. Why don't we say oops. No, to gameplay. GB. So with this guy, I think what we should do is we should have it take in some arguments, and that's how it will know what to do. So the gameplay effect, all it's going to do, let's see, infinite period, no, it's just going to go like that. This is 0, right? Infinite. And then gameplay effect is going to add. That's not wrong. This is where we would set it. I want to like so what we do is we'll do a stack count. And so what's gonna do is when we get to a certain amount of a stack, then it will be visible to the player. Until then, you haven't looked at it enough to actually know what it is. And then precious. Overflow. Okay. Use press stacking keys. No, we're gonna do that. Our modifier is success to trigger. Okay, and then let's save this. Compile and save this for now. let's think about this a little bit. Grant a tag. Let's go into our little, everybody loves this. Let's go to effects. Set by color. This is what we want to look at. Any set by color is set on the game expect. Okay. Did I miss the original set by color? Associated with gameplay tag store respective T maps. T map effects spec which use modifiers and gameplay factor to varying floats around. It is common to pass numerical data generated inside an ability to gameplay effect execution calculations and modifier maximum calculations by a set by colors. So we're gonna have to do a gameplay effect execution calculation to access any modifier that we want to put on there. Is it a float? Tag, float, name, float. Doesn't really help me. Let's see, color magnitude. Is set by color rather than blueprint. Let's see if anybody else is doing this. Gameplay. Yes. Set by color tag. Anybody's sets gameplay tag. Cooldowns. Gameplay tags, effect execution. Cooldown, fireball ability. That's not what we want. We don't want a cooldown. Do we want a they're all about like it's not about like no. Sub on evaluation parameters. So we could do. Ooh, I like that. What we could do, because what you can do is you can go class defaults. That's what this is. And then you can add tags. Yes. I believe if I can find it. Nope. Target tags, granted to actor. Not the one. Yes. You could also say, these are the tags that I have. Could it be a thing where we can say we can set the tags this has. I don't know that I'll do what I want. simple damage calculation. Oh, that's all I get. All right, great. Damage type system. If this does what I want. Attribute modifier restrictions. Maybe I just have to have all the possible like things that happen. Play effect asset tags. That's what I'm doing. I was looking at before. That's what he's doing here, where he's got like damage fire. Then he's calculating damage based on that. We don't really need to do that, I don't think. It's more like, we just want different kinds. We want different kinds of tags on each player that like correspond to the clues. So for example, you'd have something like clues got, let's say, ID. So actually, person dot hair dot red. Right? And then dot and then these are each. These can't. It would be weird to make these all each like a gameplay effect, in my opinion. So maybe that's not the best way to do it. Gameplay effect. Really good. Let's see how accurate this is. Let's go to the right page. It is where we are. That I covered modifiers. That was fine ahead of time. Here will be in here because that's modifiers. Elsewhere does not need to define ahead of time anywhere. Reading a semicolon that does not exist on a gameplay effects spec can return your default value of option warnings. Version that we need, gameplay tag or F name. So get ability level self, effect class, self. Spec. Whoa, I'm reading that. I see, okay. So you can just write whatever you like in here, depending on the blueprint. But if this is anything that you can write, you can go right click, promote to variable, and magically your thing is gonna do that, right? So, let's see. why don't we close this for a second? Let's get a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more. I don't know why I put that in characters now. All right, I'm actually going to do this right now. We'll come back to this. Sterling movie, right? Content. Game. Make a folder in here. We're gonna call this detective system. And here, let's make a BP clue let's just call it BP clue, and then what you have in like the world will be like we have once you get the clue, it'll be just information that you know. Let's take a look at this. All right, so we've got a thing. Oh. A scene where you probably won't need to do anything. Like it doesn't need a mesh, right? It just exists, and is pretty much like invisible until something happens. So that's a good place to start. Let's add a add collision, spheric collision, right? And then one day I'll figure out why that's so funny. Minimum protection distance. You have to be within this distance to see the thing. I don't know how big Uman is in here, so maybe I need to add one just to like see. Let's add one just to see. See what I mean? Over here and be our skeletal mesh. Ooh, that's very small. All right, minimum detection distance. Let's make this. Actually, let's do a variable. Actually, let's make a variable, which is going to be detection min. I'm just gonna hold on. This rename this minimum detection distance sphere. Minimum detection distance. This is gonna be get get size, no radius, no, because it's fucking yeah. We'll click in here, radius. No, we're expecting things, so all right, let's get this. There. Then so when we start this, it's gonna automatically set the size of the sphere to whatever this is. And our minimum first of all, compile first. First of all, once I find it in detection distance, we're gonna say it's gonna be 132 in it. Let's go back to our default scene group. And let's take it something like that. Too much. Too much Tudo? What is that? A bit more. Let's call on that. You have to be this close to a clue to actually start detecting it. Though this will change. But I think having a 300 for a deep start is a good spot to start. All right, get rid of this. Compile, save. So you have to be within this distance before you can start detecting it's there. I think that's legitimate. And we're going to assign set color by magnitude. And this gameplay effect class. Make it outgoing gameplay effect spec class. Ability level. Gameplay ability. Okay. So let's make some just like something generic in here. In the event graph, I don't even have like a start to it. I'll just be floating around. Who knows what will happen with it? Let's see if we can. Not context sensitive because we're not attaching it to anything. Target its gameplay ability. Let's do a target its a gameplay ability component. Doesn't help. All right. Let's see. If a gameplay effect. You need a gameplay ability or a gameplay ability component system component system to set by color. So this would actually go in our other thing that we were talking about earlier. I'm going to add it here. New class based on gameplay effect. Detect clue. Nope. We're just looking at this. Make outgoing. Sorry. Was it? No, wait, not ability. It's not not effect. It's an ability, isn't it? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Does this actor have to have a gameplay ability? Does this actor have to have a gameplay ability system component? Gameplay system ability system component. Gameplay damage state gameplay effect class. This is obviously within an ability, right? It's a target's gameplay abilities itself. Effect class. So this is gonna have to have. Here's the thing. I have a little birdie. I can just do this now. This is just it. This is what I've heard. This is what I've heard. And if I do that, should I be able to do? Actually, let's do it this way. If we do this. Make outgoing gameplay effect spec. Nope, not that one. The one that comes off of this. Make outgoing spec. There we go. Hey, I don't know. And then we can put the GE clue in here, right? With a color, set color magnitude. So we could do over here, right, where are we? Shrinko. Ah. Do that later. We're going to sign tag set by color magnitude. But can promote this to the variable. No, wait. Delete. Yes. We actually want a different one, don't we? We want let's take a look again. Find set by color magnitude. Ah, okay, that's right. And then this we can promote to variable. Yeah, that's name. Ooh. Sorry, that's the best I got. Clue. And then we can use that later. And this, I'm going to promote this to a variable for now. All right, so make a spec. We're going to assign it something, and then you get a spec out. Target. Ooh, pretty cool. And we have our ability system. Spec handle. Target is the first target is us. We know that, and the second target will be whoever's within this minimum detection distance and looking at us. How will we figure that? That's probably very easy. Unreal Engine. Uh, Invisible. No, wait. That makes something else. Currently visible. No, that is no. What is related to? All right. What year was this posted? 2014. All right. If it's off, kind of like to the side, I still want you to see it. Work vector the camera. Unit vector camera position with object checking. calculated by subtracting position of object. Yeah, normalizing. Gets close. And then somebody posts 5 years later. That's interesting. Oh, that's the classic one. Here's your answer. Also, like debunked 4 years later. I wanna force somebody to look at one. No, simple. Somebody is looking. Protect door and you. Screen. That's a little bit more. 2023. It's last year. Okay. I wish the date was on all of these. Let's see. Hold on. How would we? How would we? How would we? That's what I'm doing. uh, I'm. That's where I'm heading. Try to complicate. I don't know. How will this? The only other thing is like if I'm looking at something and I'm saying is it rendered or not, we're at this point where it's like, well, only the client can say, right? Right? Um, let's do one of these. Um, if on overlap, then to be woo, woo. Let's go over here. Put that as blue. No, purple. I don't have any purples yet. I don't think. And we're actually gonna go. Oh, oh, oh. And because I want to see it, navigation, HLR rendering visible. Let's uncheck hidden in game so it will be visible. And then let's do a thing and see if it does a thing. Save. Run. Oh, oh no. Okay. Not quite what I wanted it to do. Definitely trying was let's see, collision, physics. I think I did it. I think that's right. So we should be able to go into it, but also this component? No. I think that's what I want. Do I remember how this game works? I don't know. This game engine works? Who knows? No, I don't. That's the real answer. There's no collision, but there's overlap events. So I should be able to walk into it. Okay. Okay. Event graph. Begin actor overlap. Overlap. See if this is working at all. And oh, no, no. All right. that's right. That'll probably help. I think those bubble up. I might be wrong. Wait, if I walk over the middle of it, right? That would trigger. If I lift this up, so I would have to walk over it. Do I want? No. You would think I vaguely remember how big collision this, but the answer is no. The answer is actually no. Application. Overlap events. Factor minimum distance. HR rendering physics. Generate overlap events. This. Detect this. Let's look this all down here. See if that is what I want to do. Might not. It might just be wasting my time. But, no, nothing. Component cancel. I don't even get this thing, right? I don't even get this thing. All right, let's see. I can't even get collision. Unreal Engine for dummies. For dummies. Overview. There you go. Collision engine. Overlap and ignore. Am I just setting these wrong? which would make sense. Okay. Um, but let's start here and see what this does. And we'll slowly remove stuff that doesn't make sense until it does what I think it does. Oh, okay. Not a good start though. Now, World collide. I want these to sit to overlap, right? That's the actual idea. All right. I keep saying I have to block things, but there we go. Go this way. In theory. Oh, yeah, okay. Because this is part of this. So if I wait. Oh yeah. So the problem is we see it. Therefore, we see the outside, so we know that it must have been in front of. It must be rendered by the camera because we are close enough to it. Because we're in it, or maybe that's the point. I don't know. We're close enough. How about let's cheat this? I'm gonna cheat this. Let's cheat this. All right, let's cheat this. Let's start with this. All right, we'll start here, and then if this happens, then we will do something, and then if you then it'll that to prompt you to look at it. So I'm gonna add another sphere. Mean actual. Oops. Actual. Ball. And this will act, and this will also have a can just promote that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's just add another variable then. Actual detection evolve volume rate radius. And put it up here and it'll look nice. Okay. I'll change this to say sphere at the end. This is what it is. And then we'll make the default for this 50. I'll put here radius for actual detection volume to be actual detectable. We get put it there. All right. So an actual detection volume sphere is gonna be that. It's gonna what? Overlap all dynamics, sounds good to me. File, save. All right, so here's the cheat. Here's the cheat. If you get close enough, get an overlap. Wait. Minimum detection. And overlap. So if we are in here, we're gonna make well, okay. Sphere. Physical. Set visibility. Yes. That did what I wanted to do. And at some point we'll replace this sphere, this collision sphere, with like with a doohickey that looks nice. Then we leave. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And this, of course, is purely just like for me. It's still there. Oh. Oh. So the idea is when you get close enough, you'll look at it. Which is great. Let's, for a moment though, let's hop into here. Because this is supposed to be this game is technically first person game. So let's see how that looks. Go here. Okay. Oh, look at this. Interesting. All right. So, question is, if I'm like upstairs or something, then it's gonna like, bing. Oh, but it'll be blocked by the stairs, so I don't really care. And then I can look at it and do like a hit test against it, right? If I can do a hit test against it, then it can apply a gameplay effect. Is that weird and bizarre and wild? Hmm. Could I do it from this side? No, because that'll only work. That will only work when they come in and out. Right? That'll only work if I put it on this event. It'll only work when people come in and out of range, into range, and it's gonna make me see into range. I want to do it as long as you're in range. Let's see if you're looking at it. Or if we're gonna, oh, that's the thing. I don't want to force people to walk around and do like the pickup button every time they look at something, right? That would suck. If I do, I wanna make it so that you just have to wander around and you start spotting things, right? Because you're a detective, you spot these things as you wander around. So you should be able to just look at things and that'll count as the same as acting against it. Hmm. Hmm. Tough. Tough, 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 tough. Alright, well, we got that. We can think hard about it, but that this idea up here doesn't work, then this other hard thinking doesn't really count. So let's see if we're able to do a thing. Yes, I know. Just give me a second. Do um guest character. over here. Let's just for now say that we're going to add brand tags, target actor. That's kind of okay. It's kind of okay. So we do a thing where like you essentially say you have to look at it for a certain amount of time before you get that tag. We can add the tag after the fact. Then where's our little here we go. Oh, that sucks. Oh yeah. I'll bet he has some, right? I can write a custom thing, but custom things are available in here. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Any effects? these that oh. I think that looks like it. You know what? I can probably just do this. Copy. Probably got this somewhere. Almost that's some sort of computer thing. Oh, he hasn't actually implemented himself. He only was in here. All right. So I guess we'd have to write that. How would we write that? We need to write that as is that a interesting. No, we know that's going to take us to that spot of the, yeah. He talks about it, never does it. That's, to read is set by color, but you see the spots, use a version get set to color. Calls it somewhere and I don't see it. Let's see. Yeah, I told you he does it somewhere. It's for damage. Of course it's an implementation. Alright. Okie day. And where does he use it? He uses it in implementation. So this is what we'll have to do. But doing C++ on stream sucks because it's hard. I have to keep like fighting with the engine. So why don't we wrap it up for tonight, even though it's only 8. And I'll work on that and come back. So essentially what we want to do is we want to make implementation on, say, exact calculations, sorry. Oh, I lost track of it. Public player characters abilities. This is a effect calculation, execution calculation. So this is going to be showing up inside here. Instead of having one of these, we would end up with custom. Nope. UI data tag, require tag. Nope. No, that's not it. Grant targets factor. Is this it? Is this it? Is it add tags? No. It's it. Oh. Can't find it. That's unfortunate. It's not one of these, is it? One place I can't use that thing. Why would it make? No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. It's one of these. So you'd have this in here, and then the calculation class would make it here. It would do like the, oh, I'm gonna like add this on. And might do other things. This is where that would happen in the execution. So that gets used. Gameplay execution calculation, implementation, and then we can in there get in here get our ASC on there instead of calling receive damage. It's a custom function he's written for his ASC because we can add on our clue tag. I'm kind of tempted to make kind of like almost follow him down the rabbit hole. Give me a second. Before we go. If I can find it. Gameplay ability. It was meaning state. I can't find it. Anyways, he writes his own player gameplay ability system thing, which is I find slightly wacky, but also, well, it works. I can't argue. AI abilities. I'll find it some other time, but game mode documentation. I'm still looking for it, even though I still find it. He added some stuff onto his ability system component. So he doesn't have like just an ability system component. It's an ability system component that he's made that inherits from the original one, and his characters have that one and not the default one. Oh, there it is. So his actually has extra stuff like it can get damage, and maybe having like receive clue might be something useful. In our case, but we'll see. I'll think about it over the week. All right, that's good enough for tonight. I know I usually go longer, but it's also almost Christmas, so happy holidays, and I will see you next week.